Today's topic is symmetric and antisymmetric signals. We are studying discrete time signals and we are going to see symmetric, that is even, and antisymmetric, that is odd signals. Symmetric signals are also called as even signals, antisymmetric signals are also called as odd signals. Based on the symmetry of the signal, when time is reversed, signal can be classified into two types. The first type is even signal and the second type is odd signal. This means that even signal, when a particular signal, say x of n, is reversed, it remains the same as, so x of minus n, when it is reversed we denote it as x of minus n. So x of n and x of minus n remains the same. That is called as an even signal. Whenever a signal, when it is reversed, when you get x of n not equal to x of minus n, that is called as an odd signal. Doesn't remain the same or doesn't remain identical under folding operation, that's an odd signal. Let's see an example of even signal. Even signal must satisfy the condition, like I mentioned, x of minus n is equal to x of n for all values of n. Okay, an example for even signal is cos omega n, as we know that cos theta is equal to cos minus theta. Another example for an even signal is x of n is equal to 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 3 2 1. Okay, so when we take the reverse of x of n, the origin remains at the same place. Your RHS of the origin and your LHS of the origin are swapped and you still get the same answer. So x of n is an even signal because x of n and x of minus n are nothing but the same. So that's example of an even signal. Odd signal must satisfy the following condition, that is x of minus n is equal to minus of x of n. Okay, an example of odd signal is x of n is given by this particular sequence. When you take x of minus n, you get minus of x of n. Okay, so if x of n is an even signal, its odd part is 0. If x of n is an odd signal, its even part is 0. That's why we say that x of n is a combination of the even part of the signal and the odd part of the signal. Okay, where x e of n is given by even part of the signal, x o of n is given by odd part of the signal. Let's see a few examples or numericals on symmetric and antisymmetric signals or odd and even signals, also called as odd and even signals. The first example that we are going to see is x of n is equal to 3 raised to n. Even part of the signal is given by the formula x e of n is equal to half of x of n plus x of minus n. Our odd part of the signal is given by the formula x o of n is equal to half of x of n minus x of minus n. These are the two formulas that you have to use when you are solving such questions which have where you determine whether the signal is odd or even. Okay, or when they say write the even part or odd part of the signal. Okay, so your question that you will get is determine the even and odd part of x of n. Okay, so it is given by these two formulas where x e of n stands for even part of the signal and x o of n stands for odd part of the signal. Okay, now my x of n is 3 raised to n. Okay, my x of minus n is 3 raised to minus n. That is what we need in order to find the even and the odd part. You need x of n, which is already given in the question, and you need the reverse, which is x of minus n, for substituting in these two formulas. Okay, so once I have the value of x of n and x of minus n, I will simply substitute it in equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, so xe of n is nothing but xe of n is equal to half of 3 of n plus 3 raised to minus n, half of 3 raised to n plus 3 raised to minus n, and xo of n is equal to half of 3 raised to n minus 3 raised to minus n. Okay, so this is the even and odd part of the signal. Let's look at the next numerical. This is the question given to me. X of n is equal to 3 into e raised to j pi by phi n. Okay, now this e raised to j pi by phi n, 3 e raised to j pi by phi n, can also be written in trigonometric form as cos pi by phi n plus j sin pi by phi n. Let's name this as equation number 1. Okay, I have named it as equation number 1. Okay, now when I take x of minus n, which is the reverse, I simply have to substitute wherever there is n, I have to substitute it with minus n. So this is what I get. Now this can also be written as cos of pi by phi, 3 into cos of pi by phi n minus sine of pi by phi n. Let's call this equation number 2. Okay, now even part of the signal, for even part of the signal, this is my formula, which was also mentioned in the previous numerical. So xe of n is equal to half of x of n plus x of minus n. I am just simply substituting the value of x of n that I have got over here in equation 1 and x of minus n that I have got over here in equation number 2. Okay, so ultimately the answer that I get for xe of n is 3 cos pi by phi n. Okay, similarly I have to find out xo of n. Okay, which is the odd part, and this is the formula for xo of n. Alright, xo of n, I simply substitute the value that I have in equation number 1 and equation number 2, which is x of n and x of minus n, and what is the answer that I get? I get this as the answer for my odd part of the signal, xo of n, which is nothing but 3j sin pi by phi n. So this is the second type of numerical that we can see in symmetric and anti-symmetric signals. The third type of numerical that we see is where we are given a sequence for x of n. So x of n in the question is given as 2, minus 2, 6, minus 2. Okay, so my x of 0 is 2, x of 1 is minus 2, x of 2 is 6, and x of 3 is minus 2. This is nothing but x of n, which is also called as the even part of the signal. Just write it down again. This is called as the even part of the signal. Now I have to compute the odd part of the signal, which is x of minus n. Okay, so wherever there is n, I just substitute it with minus n. Okay, and keeping this as the base equation, I compute the value of x of minus n. This is the odd part. X of 0 will remain the same, x of minus 1 will become x of 1, and x of 1 in this case is minus 2, so on and so forth. I get the odd part of the signal. Okay, so now I have even x of n and odd x of minus n. I have the values and I have the range of these values for the sequence. Now I will substitute these values in the given formula. Even part of the signal is given by this particular formula, which is xe of n is equal to half of x of n plus x of minus n. Okay, now I have to compute from n is equal to minus 3 to n is equal to plus 3. Okay, keeping the half aside for now in the equation, in the main equation I have half over here. Keeping it aside for now, I am only going to compute x of n plus x of minus n. Okay, so x of minus 3 plus x of minus 3. Now what I'm going to do is, you have to pay attention that this is for my even part and this is for my odd part. I have to check only the even part for x of minus 3 over here, and for this particular term I have to check only the odd part of the signal. So do I have x of minus 3 in the even part of the signal? Do I have it? No, my range is from x of 0 to x of 3. So what I will write over here is 0 plus. Do I have x of minus 3 in odd part of the signal? Yes, I do. It's right here and the value is minus 2. So my at n is equal to minus 3, my value is going to be minus 2. Okay. Similarly, for n is equal to minus 2, for this particular term I only check the even part. Do I have x of minus 2 in my even part? I don't. So I write 0. Do I have x of minus 2 in my odd part? I do, which is 6. This over here, right here, it's 6. So that's why I'm taking that's why I'm taking 6 over here. Okay. Similarly, we do it for all the values from for n is equal to minus 2, n is equal to minus 3 to n is equal to 3, and these are the values that I get. Okay. So x of e is going to be, now I bring back the half that I had left out in the equation. So half of the sequence from minus 3 to 3. Okay. So now what will happen is, I'll multiply the inside sequence with 1 by 2. This is the answer that I'm going to get. This is my x e of n, which is the even part of the signal. Now just a different formula for odd part of the signal, but the same procedure. Okay. So it will range from n is equal to minus 3 to n is equal to 3, and this is the sequence that I get. Okay. This is the sequence that I get. I write this sequence as per the formula and I multiply it with 1 by 2. This is the odd part of the signal that I get. So this is the third type of numerical that may be asked in your exam for even and odd signals, where you are given a sequence and you have to determine the even part of it and the odd part of it. Thank you.